Welcome back, guys. So we've been talking about the MVSX Neo Geo, the bar top with riser. Over the past week or so, we've done a couple videos talking about it. And there's been a lot of questions to the legitimacy of this product, as we only saw renders on the website and a fairly new Twitter account talking about the device. So yeah, there was a lot of question. Is it an official SNK product? Are we just being trolled? Right? And today, as you may already be able to tell from this zoomed in picture, we do have an actual photo of the device and some new information to talk about. So we will be zooming out, picking this apart, taking a look at it. There's a little bit of the packaging as well in this image. And I think this is pretty cool. There is some history behind this device, but yes, it is a legitimate official SNK product. It's real. It's not a render. So let's get into it. So the history behind this, if you remember, a while back there was this leak, an arcade 1-up leak, an SNK Neo Geo machine. Kind of has that big red look going for it, but then the front's black with the King of Fighters logos there. This was more of a King of Fighters machine, not really a best of Neo Geo machine, in my opinion. Had some neat things going for it. The legit Neo Geo 4-button layout going on there. This could have been cool for a lot of people who'd want to mod it and whatnot. Throw a Raspberry Pi in there. That border around the screen looks pretty cool. But yeah, this didn't happen. It was possibly going to happen, but there was some disagreements. There was no deal that was inked. And I think that is kind of for the better, because yeah, it's just a King of Fighters machine, 3 games. That's it. And the price most likely would have been fairly close to what this Neo Geo MVSX is going to be. And we have 50 games on this thing. Now I know there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of commotion about the game list. I think it's a fairly solid list, but yeah, it's not representative of the whole of Neo Geo. Part of the problem is third-party support. We don't have things from like Data East, like Windjammers on there. We're not seeing any shooters. We're seeing mostly fighting games, and then some run and gun action, couple little sports games. But it's a nice variety. Magician Lords on there. That's cool. No Ninja Masters. The list is okay, but sure, there's some stuff missing. We have like all the King of Fighters. We have all the Metal Slugs, all of the Samurai Showdowns, other than Samurai Showdown 5 Perfect, but most like special anyway. So, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, nice list for the most part, just missing some things. But it's still 50 games versus 3 games. Price most likely would have been very similar if Arcade 1-up came out. Arcade 1-up probably would have been a little bit cheaper, but you never know, right? So let's get back to that image here. And we'll talk about the size of it as well compared to the other devices out there, the Arcade 1-ups and the At Games Arcade Legends Ultimate, whatever it's called. We'll talk about the dimensions on that stuff compared to this. But as you can see here, let's just get it all the way out real quick. Look at this image here. So there's the bar top on the riser. Now I already know there's been a lot of questions. I have some answers we'll share with you in a moment here, but you take a look from some of the sources I've had have stated that these guys have worked on all these devices up here, like for SNK with, whatever companies, right? So like the Neo Geo X, that was, Tomo or whatever, but these people had worked on it from what I've been told. The Neo Geo Mini, the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro. These guys have worked on all these devices. I think the Arcade Stick Pro knocked it out the park. Wonderful device. I think it's a very quality device. One of my favorites out there. The Neo Geo Mini, it had some issues. We're not going to go all into that, but the Arcade Stick Pro really hit it for me. I really enjoy that device. So taking a look at this thing, one thing you'll see is the box down here, right? The packaging. Now, obviously, this is the packaging just for the bar top. So that's the one question as well. Is this bar top something you have to assemble? Nope, it sure isn't. This bar top is going to be packaged in this box, and there's no assembly required. Now, that's only for the bar top. The riser here which, okay, I mean, it's boosting it up. I think a lot of people will be happy with just the bar top, you know, being able to move it around easily and whatnot. But I think a lot of people will also like to have the riser. Now, the dimensions going to be very similar to an arcade one up when you really look at it. We'll get into that more in a moment. But yeah, that riser, it's going to be flat packed. You're going to have to assemble it yourself, which is going to be very simple assembly from what I'm told. And typically, I mean, it's, you know, going to have four sides, probably a base and, you know, maybe some supports. I don't know, you know, some support like elbows or something. It should be very simple to put together. I mean, it's, you know, going to be easier than IKEA stuff for the most part. Some IKEA stuff is crazy though. Oh my God. But it will be very simple to put together. So the bar top, yep, just going to be shipped in this box right here. The one thing I noticed, which I didn't ask about, was it says Classic Edition up here. What the hell does that mean, right? If you go to the website and you look at the game list, it says like Classic Collection down here. But on that image, it says Classic Edition. Like, because they have the game lists all set up here, like King of Fighters Collection, Metal Slug Collection, Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury, World Heroes, and Art of Fighting Collection, and then Classic Collection and Sports Classic Collection. They have everything listed here. You can go through and like click on stuff, get a little bit more imagery there to tickle the taint, I guess you would say, or I would say anyway, right? Let's get back to that image here. But yeah, I'm really curious. What does that mean, Classic Edition? So yeah, that's something I got to inquire about, see if I can find anything out. So the other question that there has been, I'm going to zoom back up because there's a couple other things I'm curious about. But the one other question people have had was the coin door, right? Is that a functioning coin door? And no, it's not. It's part of the sticker that's on there. So it's not functioning. From a distance, it kind of looks like a real coin door, but then, you know, you zoom up, it's just flat. It's just part of that, you know, overlay on that front panel. Same thing with the little thing right here, right? Just looks like it's part of the sticker there. But I was told specifically this coin door, it's just a sticker, just an aesthetic to, you know, have that look, I guess, of an actual machine, right? Still, that Classic Edition. Are they going to come out with another one? The heck, right? So then looking at this, okay, the other question that people have had was, and I still have the same question, it's about these white buttons. And that was specifically brought up to me like, hey, there's a secret here. Those two white buttons, it holds a secret. I don't know what it is. Is it like keeping in mind that maybe you could add games to this? The hackability? Is this going to be a thing where you could just plug something else into it and use the screen and the controller? That could be kind of cool. I don't know what this thing is. This almost looks fake to me. It could just be the lighting or something, or the resolution, but I'm not sure what that is. Is that the like I think I said before, it looks like a volume wheel, but that, like, I don't know. That's kind of, it looks a little strange to me in this. It almost looks like it was added, like photoshopped in, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. I noticed that earlier and I was like, what? Why does that not look right to me? Why does this little knob here not look right? It could just be the resolution. It could just be the lighting. I don't know, but something seems a little off there. A little off. But this, I mean, this is, you got the reflections. This isn't like Photoshop, like this whole bar top in here. It's an actual image. But here we go. Buttons. You got left player start, right player start over here, select game, and then options back button. Then a little like LED counter, maybe for your credits for MVS mode, because it's supposed to be AES and MVS mode. So yeah, we still got to find out about these two buttons. What is the secret here? Are there USB ports? Is there an HDMI port? Can we plug something else into this? Are we just going to be able to easily add games? We'll have to find out. And you know what? We may find out pretty soon. I'll talk more about that in a second. But I'm also being told that the quality of these buttons and the sticks themselves are similar to the Arcade Stick Pro. You know, like same micro switches and all that good stuff. So I actually liked the controls in the Arcade Stick Pro. They felt good. They were kind of similar to Hayabusas in my opinion. And they were decent quality, way better than a lot of other devices that I've had out there that have, you know, had no name brand buttons and sticks in there. The Arcade Stick Pro, they felt good in my opinion. I didn't really have too many complaints with that. So if these are going to be of similar quality with that bat top and the Suzo Hap style looking buttons, like I'm all for it, man. I can't wait to check this thing out. So I've also been told that the team of people that are working on this, which have worked on these devices as well, that they have people from SNK from the 90s to the mid 2000s. It's a solid ass team working on this device, right? So that is pretty cool. I mean, for a lot of people, they're going to really want to get this thing. The other thing I noticed, and I can't tell if it's due to lighting, but like you see down here, there's like holes in the side. Like these are like kind of pre-production type things, I guess. Like I don't know that these are exactly ready because they told me that they've really been focusing on this bar top to make sure the games play perfectly fine, that the quality is legit. But I don't know if this is production ready or retail ready unit right here. But I noticed, okay, you have these holes here. So obviously the thing's got to be put together somehow in the factory, right? And it looks like it can be disassembled. So there'd be screws that are holding everything into place, the panel and whatnot. But then when I scrolled up here, I can't tell if it's the lighting, the resolution or something, but it almost looks like the holes up here are plugged. So I'm curious if they are plugged, like if there's plugs for these as well, to keep everything, have that red look to it and then not have those holes exposed. Just something I noticed. Like I said, I can't really tell. Could be the lighting, could be like there's a little red plug in there to cover that up. Just one little thing. Oh, and the marquee does light up, so keep that in mind. Now, to the dimensions of this thing. And man, like I really got to know, what's that classic edition? Look at this little Sony. Oh my God, there's some legit stuff up here, man. Some arcade sticks in the back. Whoever's office this is, man, they're working on some stuff, right? But to those dimensions, let's get down here on this device. So 25 inches for the bar top, 32 for the riser. So everything together, 57 inches, right? As far as the height. So comparing that to the Arcade 1-Up, it's about the same height with a riser, okay? And then the other thing, like a standard Arcade 1-Up, there are some variations, to 4-player, 3 players that might be a little wider. But a standard Arcade 1-Up that isn't expanded is 19 inches wide. So the control panel is 19 inches wide. Pretty similar to what this is, right? So this is going to be 19.4 inches wide. They did fix some of the information on this website, so take a look. It's all updated. Some of this was like kind of reversed, but 19.4 inches wide. So if you're comfortable with an Arcade 1-Up, then you should be fine with this, right? Now, a Legends Ultimate from Arse Games, their width is about 30 inches, and they're 66 inches high. So this machine is definitely a lot bigger and accommodating for 2 players. And there's supposed to be a new one coming out. New version has less games, but they relocated some stuff. I did see like a press release for that. But I think the dimensions are going to stay the same on that one. But yeah, 30 inches, about 30 inches wide, 66 inches tall. So this is a bigger machine than either of these, right? So there we go. Dimension wise, the MVSX with the riser, everything included, is going to be very similar to an Arcade 1-Up size. So this, if you're an Arcade 1-Up guy, like, hey, I mean, I might not be all into it. I know they've, upped their quality on those things, but there's some people out there, man. They're all about it, building those little arcades, having Arcade 1-Ups, man. If you got the room and the money to do it, fuck it, right? And they have them all around. Like, this will fit nicely with that. This will fit nicely with that. So that'll work for those of you who are really into this stuff. Now, the nice thing is that I have been reached out to about a week ago that, hey, we want to send you one of these to take a look at, like a borrow unit. Like, hey, like, check this out. And then we need to send it off. So these will be floating around to, YouTubers and whatnot. But I should be getting one. I should be within a week or two, somewhere around there. I don't know for sure the time frame. I was told a couple weeks or so from when I communicated with this individual. And I will just be receiving the bar top. That's fine. That's all I need to test this thing out because they're still manufacturing the riser. So I will get a bar top in my hands. And I've been told, like, hey, We just want you to review this thing, you know, be honest. Like, and I appreciate that, man. When people reach out to me and they're like, hey, we want you to check this thing out and share your impressions. Like, just do you. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Some companies, man, they want to kind of stifle you in some way. They want to review everything. They want you to just speak in a positive light and film a commercial for them, not a review, right? And these guys that talk to me, like, yeah, we want to see your review. We really value your opinions and your thoughts on these types of things. So I'm excited to get this in my hands and check it out and share those thoughts and experiences with you guys. So look forward to that in the very near future. I'm really curious, man. It looks like this may be a quality device. It's got the look going for it. There's some secrets going on here. So can't wait. Let me know what you guys think. Really do appreciate it. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Big ass thumb butts. Look at them cheeks. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What? Thank you and bye.